The superheroes Samaritan and Nemesis were twin brothers with superhuman strength who lived in Granite City. They grew to hate each other so much that they became enemies. To kill his brother, Nemesis forged a hammer full of hatred for Samaritan and lured him into a trap at a power plant to kill him. They ultimately fought in the city's power plant, causing a fire, and both were apparently killed in the ensuing explosion. Many people remain fans of the Samaritan, and there are rumors that he is still alive. In the present, 13-year-old Sam Cleary tries his best to help his mom with the financial crisis they are in. He accepts a job from a gang headed by Reza, another boy who works for Cyrus, a criminal. The plan goes good until they realize the thing they were looking for is not present in the boxes they stole, but the real gang leader, Cyrus, is impressed by Sam and personally gives him $110, asking him that $10 is for now and $100 is for future jobs. Reza and his friends later attack Sam as payback, but are stopped by Joe Smith, a garbage collector who lives in the apartment across from Sam's. Joe displays super strength in fighting off the bullies, causing Sam to suspect that he is the Samaritan. Meanwhile, Cyrus finds Nemesis's hammer in police station and sets himself up as the new Nemesis, sparking riots and chaos throughout the city. Sam spies on Joe by breaking into his apartment and stealing his scrapbook. Joe finds out and asks his mom to give the book back. Sam gives book back and apologizes, but eventually confronts him that he is Samaritan. Joe denies that he is not the Samaritan, but Reza, still looking for revenge, hits him with his car. Joe is badly injured, but Sam sees him revive and broken his bones and heal. Sam learns that using his healing powers causes Joe to overheat to dangerous levels and his heart will explode if not cooled off. Joe tells Sam to keep his secret. They build a friendship. Sam asks Joe to give him fighting lessons. During the lesson, Sam hits Joe's abs and injures his hand. They go back to Joe's apartment where Sam jokes about him defeating Nemesis. Joe gets angry and Sam leaves the apartment. After some time, Cyrus invites Sam to work with his gang. Sam is disturbed when he overhears them torturing and killing a policeman. At the time Sam is leaving, his friend is being beaten up by Reza and his friends. Sam punches Reza and asks his friend to run. Reza catches Sam and heavily injures him. Joe watches them when they bring back Sam in a shopping cart. Watching Joe in good health, Reza runs away while Joe takes Sam to hospital. Reza tells Cyrus about Joe. Cyrus sends his men to bring him to him. But Joe beats them all. One of Cyrus's men throw a bomb. When Joe defends a young girl by flipping a car with a single hand from an explosion, rumors spread that the Samaritan is back. Cyrus discovers Joe's identity and his connection to Sam. He breaks into Joe's house, breaks everything and kidnaps Sam to lure Joe in. Joe is seen to be leaving the city, but the watch he fixed for Sam rings the alarm in his pocket. He goes back to Sam's apartment and finds out about Cyrus. When Joe confronts Cyrus, Cyrus beats him with hammer 3 times and calls him good guy, the Samaritan. But Joe holds the 4th strike and quotes, "You keep calling me good guy. I am not the good guy, I am the bad guy." A footage is shown where Samaritan falls into the fire and Nemesis removes his mask, revealing himself to be Joe. Joe survived, and went on to become a good citizen inspired by his brother. Cyrus escapes and takes Sam with him. Joe kills all of Cyrus's men and goes to save Sam. Cyrus ties Sam to a pipe and waits for Joe. When Joe arrives, he is exhausted by all the fighting. He sees Sam, puts his hammer down, and moves towards him, but Cyrus appears from behind, picks the hammer and attacks Joe. They fight until Joe almost falls into the fire, but hangs onto ledge. Cyrus is about to kill him when Sam breaks the pipe and attacks Cyrus. Cyrus is about to beat Sam when Joe catches him and bends his hammer onto Cyrus's body and throws him into the fire. Joe almost overheats from his healing powers and the spreading fire in the building, but Sam breaks open a water pipe to shower him with water. Joe recovers enough to escape with Sam by jumping out a window and falling onto the other building. Sam asks him the final question, that is he really the Nemesis? Joe says yes, he is the Nemesis. Sam says you can change. Then Joe quotes, "Let me tell you something, if it was only bad people doing bad things, it would be easy to get rid of them, but the truth is good and bad live in everybody's heart. Now it's gonna be up to you to make the right choice, and I know you will." In next scene, Sam tells the press that Samaritan saved him, giving him the confidence of goodness like his brother, which led Joe to take the mantle of his late brother as Samaritan. Joe leaves, overhearing Sam, and movie ends.